Home to a host of financial institutions, Hong Kong is one of the world's wealthiest cities. However, over the past decade, the number of millionaires here has fallen by 4%. Despite this, one sector in this special administrative region is showing great promise: art. The Hong Kong Art Gallery Association recorded a 27% increase in member galleries between 2021 and 2023. And the world's two largest auction houses are upsizing to meet demand: Christie's and Sotheby's, which has been operating here since the 1970s. I met Chairman for Asia, Nicholas Chow.
50 years ago, when we came to Asia, actually we're the first ones here, we brought Chinese art. This is what our auctions were centered around. And today, we sort of really opened the market to all sorts of new experiences and new material, from dinosaurs to cars to contemporary art from all around the world, NFTs, sneakers, you name it, we have it for you.
What has social media done to the art world and the auction world? Are the buyers younger now?
The buyers are increasingly younger. What we've seen actually in 2023, Gen X is the most important buyer base. Actually, over $1 million, they dominate the market, and that's for the first time. And now we see, of course, millennials taking on contemporary art. And the market now, over 50% of our buyers in contemporary art are millennials. Our social media presence is very strong now.
It's not only modern and contemporary art for sale here.
Chinese art and ancient Chinese art is really at the genesis of Sotheby's Hong Kong. And the value of these historical works of art has really gone up since the Chinese entered this market dramatically 25 years ago.
Tell us a little bit about the piece here.
So this is an object that really telegraphs the power of the emperors. And this is a seal, massive white jade seal that would have been carved for Emperor Qianlong in the 1730s. This is a seal that says Qianlong Yubi, which means in His Majesty the Qianlong Emperor's brush. So the emperor would have actually impressed this seal on his own calligraphies.
How did Sotheby's get this?
We originally sold this in October of 2008 for about $8 million. And it's been with the collectors since, and we're really excited to reoffer it now. These things are sort of really appreciated in a sort of generational way. The price tag is about $9 to $12 million.
What is your expectation? How much could that fetch?
I think could fetch $20 million in today's market. This is really an object of the greatest historical importance.
Not everything will sell for prices in that region. In fact, for some artists, learning how to monetize their work at all can be a challenge.
In 2019, I was struggling because I couldn't make a living as an artist. So I give myself a task to make a painting. But how? I'm not a painter. I'm a conceptual artist.
This is Mac 2, a Hong Kong-based artist who will be showing at the city's largest art fair, Art Basel.
If I have a good idea, I'll use all kinds of medium to execute my idea. For example, I make installation, video. Sometimes I make Instagram reels as well. In 2017, I make an inflatable snow globe called You Better Watch Out. So inside there are QR codes floating around. So when the audience come in, and then they will scan the QR code. After they scan it, it will bring you to the video. Actually, the video is the CCTV behind you. So you are not just watching the snow globe. You are also being inside the snow globe being watched. In 2019, I want to give up being an artist. But then I received an invitation by this art gallery asking me to do a solo show in their space in Hong Kong.
And she's not a painter herself. Mac 2 had to work out how to create a collection without putting paint to canvas. Mac 2 is signed to the Desarth Gallery in Hong Kong's Southern District.
We work with a very small group of artists, and one of the reasons for that is so that each of them can get our time and attention. A lot of the artists that we represent are still very young, and so they are still in their exploration stage. And so it's always helpful to have a sounding board, someone they can talk to, and that's often our role. As a gallery, we actually try not to prioritize the market. We try to help the artists develop their own unique practices, their own unique styles. It's important not to compromise to the demand of the market.
Actually, when I was young, I always have the fear that people might think I'm too commercial. But now I do not have this fear anymore. Value is created based on how well known your work is. So if I want my work to be valuable, I have to let people know. And I think Art Basel provides a perfect platform for me to get my work for people to know.
Named after the Swiss city in which the fair was founded in 1970, Art Basel has become a global institution, running annual events in Basel, Miami, Paris, and since 2013 here in Hong Kong. For some visitors, it's a chance to enjoy the art, but for many, this event is about big business.
We firmly believe that Hong Kong is the best place to do art business in Asia. Hong Kong is a natural melting pot of cultures. Hong Kong has always been welcoming of new cultures, new elements. As an art fair, being in the center of the art ecosystem, we are able to bring together these different parts of the ecosystem together onto our platform. At the same time, Hong Kong has always been convenient for art businesses. We've seen collectors, visitors, art lovers coming from US, Australia, Switzerland, pretty much all over the world.
The fair runs a VIP program which grants seasoned collectors early access to the galleries before the crowds.
We actually listen to the guidance from the galleries. We have all sort of VIP cultivation programs. We make sure that we actually have a first-hand engagement with the VIPs. So we actually get to know them, get to know their collections, and get to know their tastes.
Earlier in the show, we met conceptual artist and Hong Konger Mac Tu. As part of Art Basel's large-scale Encounters series, she's showcasing an installation named Copy of Copy of Copy of Copy, based around her Home Sweet Home series. The first set of works started as JPEGs created on video game The Sims. Mac Tu then split the images into 3 before hiring painters on an e-commerce platform.
The painters do not know that they're actually finishing a whole painting. So when they finish, I combine them together. So as you can see, the triptychs are not matched.
What criteria did you go after in choosing the painters for your work?
It's basically pretty random because I also want the randomness in it. Because the concept of it is I want to say that the ideal version of home, when this is translated in the real world, it's basically random. It's basically out of control.
So the works are based off The Sims, so this is copy of a copy, is that right?
Yes. So the first layer of copy is the game itself because The Sims is the copy of reality. And Home Sweet Home is the copy of the game. So Home Sweet Home is the second layers of copy.
Are there more copies?
Yes, there is. I'll show you.
Okay.
So even though they look similar as the ones that we saw before, but actually they are different. For the original Home Sweet Home, I hire 3 painters, but this time I only hire 1 painter to mimic the triptychs. So from triptychs to singular canvas here.
Now right above us we have another copy of a copy of a copy of a copy. But this one is gray, it looks old and worn down. Can you explain it?
So the upper part is actually a reimagined versions of this booth 200 years from now. The ones that we're seeing on the top are actually not paintings, but the print of the lower parts painting. So through the process of copying, what I was trying to say is we're getting more far away from the reality because The Sims, the game, is the copy of reality, right? So through the process of copying, we're getting more far away from the original reality.
So are you saying that there's a copycat culture in life here?
There is a quote I particularly like from the book Still Like an Artist. It says, originality is an undetected plagiarism, which means that nothing is original. But I think maybe true because when you need to make something new, you got to have some reference, right?
So what does it mean for you to be at one of the world's largest exhibitions?
It's actually quite surreal. Being able to show in such an important and international art fair is like a dream.
How successful have you been this year? Have you sold any pieces?
Yeah, I did, luckily.
In fact, Mac Tu sold 8 works with a combined value of around $100,000, contributing to sales figures in the millions across the entire fair.
the high wealth investor, what are they looking for when they're investing in art?
They're looking for different things. A lot of them actually really appreciate the artist practice, and the concept really resonate with the individual collectors. A lot of them is because the names are very popular among a group of collectors. A lot of them also sees the potential of a young artist. However, I still believe the majority of the collectors really collect from their heart, and they really resonate with the individual artists. So yes, I feel that collecting is a sentimental and emotional business. It's a very personal process.
The buzzword these days is artificial intelligence, AI. Is there a place in art for AI?
Absolutely. I think digital art is definitely here to stay, and actually throughout the so-called COVID closet years, a lot of the digital artists is becoming more and more prominent. And the definition of digital art has been expanded from photography, video art, to NFTs, to AI-generated art, and other forms of digital-related art. So we feel that with the younger generations becoming more and more prominent in the market, for sure the digital artists will be the group of artists getting more attention.
Angel, thank you very much for having us here at Art Basel.
Thank you very much.
That's all from Hong Kong. Join us next time in a new city as we explore the art of appreciation.